Hitler considered overseas colonies an insufficient solution. Areas producing raw materials can be more usefully sought in Europe, in immediate proximity to the Reich. The British Empire was weakened and unlikely to intervene, and without Britain, France too would abstain. Hitler told his listeners that Austria and Czechoslovakia, which he claimed could feed 5 or 6 million Germans between them, would provide that space and, if international circumstances permitted, sooner rather than later, at some point in 1938. The army and the foreign ministry were unenthusiastic, anxious about risking the fruits of economic and military revival. The lukewarm response from the army commanders and von Neurath provoked a significant political revolution. By February 1938, the army leadership had been replaced and the war ministry scrapped. Hitler assumed the role of supreme commander of the armed forces and created a special institution, the Oberkommando der Wehrmacht (OKW), to cement his new position. Foreign Minister von Neurath was sacked in favor of the party foreign affairs spokesman Joachim von Ribbentrop. Schacht, still critical of the risks of further rearmament and unwilling to relinquish his campaign for gains in Africa, was replaced by the party press officer Walter Funk, a bibulous and ineffectual personality dominated now by Goering. Even this new strategic trajectory was hedged around with uncertainties. Hitler was aware that the timing of the start of German expansion depended on the attitude of the other major powers and the extent to which they might be distracted by anxieties over the Japanese and Italian threat or the opaque menace of growing Soviet power. But in the end, the possible date of 1938 became the firm date. A month after the Hossbach meeting, the army was told to prepare contingency plans for the occupation of Austria and Czechoslovakia. By March 1938, Hitler judged that circumstances were favorable enough to take the first step. The consequences were not predictable, and Hitler hesitated as he had done with the Rhineland. In the end, Goering took the lead, enforcing Austrian submission and permitting the entry of German troops on 12 March. The absence of serious international protest paved the way to the next decision. On 28 May, Hitler called a meeting of the military leadership, confirming that the provisional plans for Case Green, the invasion and conquest of Czechoslovakia, would go ahead. The Army Chief of Staff, General Ludwig Beck, noted Hitler's assessment of the opportunity. Russia will not take part, not geared up for war of aggression. Poland and Romania, fear of Russian aid, will not act against Germany. East Asia, reason for England's caution. Hitler concluded that the time had come to act. Favorable moment must be seized. Lightning march into Czechoslovakia. Decisive, coercive action in Central Europe, like the Italian invasion of Ethiopia, was also a signal that Germany now disregarded the old international order and wished unilaterally to construct a new one.